It's one of the most emotional political issues in the United States. What to do about the almost 12 million undocumented immigrants living in the U.S.? Should they get amnesty? Should they be allowed to become U.S. citizens? Or should many be deported back to their countries of origin? President Obama has promised repeatedly to deal with the complex problem, but with important congressional elections coming up in November, he's now put off any action until the end of the year. In a few moments, our guests will include an undocumented immigrant who's been living in America since he was 11 years old. We begin first with this report from CCTV's John Gilmore.
Across the U.S.-Mexico border they come, young men with dreams, many to labor in the fields of California and Texas, hoping to make a better life in El Norte, the North. Women and children, some fleeing gang violence and poverty in Central America. The numbers have grown rapidly over the years. Now, almost 12 million undocumented immigrants, mostly Hispanic, live in the U.S. Many stay in the shadows in fear of being apprehended and deported. But the undocumented are pushing hard for immigration reform. They want amnesty, a path to citizenship, and an end to deportation. Their leaders using political pressure.
We want to light a fire underneath senators to remind them of the power of the Latino and the immigrant vote. USA!
But many Americans are opposed to immigration reform. They say people who enter the country illegally should not be rewarded.
This is an invasion, not an immigration. Immigration is when you apply for being an immigrant and you fill out your papers and you have documents.
Border control has been tightened, fences built, more air surveillance, more apprehensions, tens of thousands of immigrant children locked up in detention facilities, about 2 million immigrants deported under President Obama's administration. Candidate Obama made election promises to fix the complex immigration problem, and he's under intense fire to get something done. He's met with Central American presidents, talked with U.S. Hispanic leaders, but can't get a deal in Congress where Republicans don't trust him on immigration law. Now he's promising to go it alone.
I'm beginning a new effort to fix as much of our immigration system as I can on my own.
But with congressional elections in early November, immigration reform is a volatile issue, and Obama has postponed action until late this year. Then he may use his executive power to halt some undocumented immigrants from being deported. As for major immigration reform legislation, it is not expected anytime soon. John Gilmore, CCTV, Washington.